So this is the clue for reaching the sky. Ooh, psychedelic. Just now. What was that? Never mind. Now is not the time for flights of fancy. Just where could that light be coming from? I don't know. Where could it be coming from?
I have an idea.
You do? Wonderful. I am so glad that you have an idea. Oh my. This man is capable of creating hurricanes.
Just as I thought. I can see an entrance at the bottom of the lake. I'll make a path for you. Dive in, Link.
Ha. Wonderful. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Violet Hour. I'm Bilicium, and today we are continuing with Tears of the Kingdom. In the last episode, dear Prince Sutton was able to face his fear of losing a loved one that had caused him to become paralyzed and not capable of moving forward in his goals to being, well, his actions to being the prince of the Zora domain. In this episode, we have found a light portal that leads to the sky, which we believe is where the sludge is coming from. And he has created a vortex in which I may make it into the center of this and possibly find out where the sludge is truly coming from. Whoop! And there we have it. Oh, absolutely insane. All right then. Do I want to go down there? Tell me I have a bomb. I just need one bomb. I don't believe I do. How absolutely unfortunate. All right, well, I guess then nope. What are you, and can you help me? Please say yes. A Zora sword. Huh. Alright, well. I wonder if this will be enough. Under the water. All right. Nope. Next. Oh. Maybe I don't need to, maybe I don't need to open that up yet. I don't know. I feel like it needs to be opened up, but, you know, maybe I'm just crazy. Ancient Zora Waterworks. Ooh la la. How exciting. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that again. But a little bit better. Huh. Okay. All right, let's do this. Shall we? There we go. There we go. All right, let's do this. Sure. There. Ready? Ready? Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Nothing. I don't know what we're really looking at here. Besides just sort of like the ruins of the Zora domain from before. From a time before. You know? What do I get in there? One thing at a time, right? Right. Due to me not having any bombs, I didn't want to leave the Waterworks area, so I decided instead that I was going to try and see if the environment gave me everything that I needed to be able to complete the puzzle in this area. So looking around, I saw that there was a bunch of wood, and I decided I was going to build like a tower slash ladder and see if I couldn't get into the tower in the middle with said wood. During that whole process, I faffed around an awful lot. I had a lot of failed attempts. Unfortunately, my recording started glitching, and I ended up actually having to press record or stop the recording and press re-record a couple of times because it just wasn't wanting to function properly. So this episode is going to be quite a bit shorter because one, I just don't have the recordings of me faffing around. Two, the stuff that I do have is a bit frustrating. As you can hear, I'm sighing in different places because it spent quite a good bit of time trying to get the puzzle right. Did I do this the hard way? Yes. Would I recommend you do it this way? No. If you're gonna go to the Waterworks, 100% bring bombs with you, because it would have made this a lot easier. However, I was quite stubborn, and I really wanted to see if I could in fact do it without the bombs, without lifting the water level. For me, I was like, you know, most Zelda temples have one, multiple ways you can solve it, and two, have everything you need in the area. So that was kind of the thought process was, can I do this with everything that I have available to me without having to leave to go and get bombs to be able to blow up the stones? Was I able to do it? And the other thing, the audio ended up actually completely cutting out. So that's part of why I've come back in and am kind of talking to you guys about what I'm doing here, is because one, I was super hyper focused and you know, just trying to solve the puzzle. I didn't really get to talk too awful much. I forgot to explain kind of what my thought processes were, because like I said, I ended up re-recording multiple times. So I'm sure in the first view I explained my idea, but by the time I got to this part, I kind of just, like I said, went nonverbal and was more focused on trying to solve the puzzle than anything. So you can see here, I'm creating a little bit of a bridge. I want to get up into this area to find out what's going on inside of there. Is it another boulder or what's going on? And as you can see, it is not another boulder. Opal. All that for an opal. Oh my gosh, all that trouble, and I don't even know if it was worth that trouble. So yeah, you can hear I'm quite frustrated, and my next part was wanting to get over into the tower, and you're gonna see I'm going to start building my ramp my somewhat of a ramp. So I had a couple of thought processes with this. The first one was that I could just build somewhat of like a bridge that I could walk across. I'm going to leave this part in just because I do want to show some of the faffing that I did and some of the kind of like makeshift buildings that I created, because I think it's kind of interesting to see how I approached it.
Let's see.
Not because it's particularly like a good approach, it's just how my mind works. And I think like for other people who are building things and are much better at building things, I think it's kind of just interesting to see how different people approached the process. You know, and for me, even when it's not like a success, it's still interesting to see like, you know, kind of people working through the process, working through how they're going to solve that puzzle or what they come up with. So I hope that this is interesting for you guys, seeing how I kind of, you know, decided to make my my ladder to the tower in the center. And who knows, maybe it'll give you guys ideas on how to make failed bridges, or how not to make failed bridges.
These are all my smaller boards.
You hear me justifying I'm using counterweight. That's how tired I am. I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I don't care if it's no good. I don't care if I broke it. It's all good.
I almost thought you were gonna run away.
Given up on trying to make perfect anything because because I had so much faffing around with it that there were certain parts where you know, like things would just break apart because they weren't like attached properly. I try to attach them, and just like that one board, it would attach like in the corner instead of like along the edge. And that to me, I think, is the most frustrating part about doing builds, is I can, you know, think that I'm placing a board but next to another edge, and that it should like attach properly, but then when it actually attaches, it doesn't like sit properly, or it doesn't sync up the way I think it's going to sync up. And that was really like frustrating for me, you know, trying to get things to do what I want them to do, and then them just not really wanting to play nice. I don't know if other people had frustrations with that part of the building, but I do feel like it can be a lot of fun, and I'm not like completely against the building process in Tears of the Kingdom, but I do feel like there are things that like make it frustrating or more complicated than need be, and so it does take some of that fun away from playing or building. I'm not a big building game person, if you can't tell. I've played a few, and some I think are better than others. Like Minecraft, for me, I feel like I'm the person that likes to mine more than craft. I prefer actually just digging holes deep into the core of the earth. With what's the other one? The other building game? I was playing for a while, and I was thinking of bringing it onto the channel. Let me know if you guys would be interested. But it was Dragon Builders. I want to say it's Dragon Builders 2. And that one I had a lot of fun with, and I think the reason I enjoyed that one so much is because while primarily it is a building game, there is an emphasis on story, which for me made it something where I didn't feel so focused on like it having to be story mode all the time. So that one was a lot of fun for me, and I actually really enjoyed that one, which Like I said, I'm not a big fan of building games overall. They're not like particularly my cup of tea. But that one I really enjoyed. I think Tears of the Kingdom has enough of both that exploration, there's a battle mechanism involved, or mechanic involved, and there's also, building involved. But you can approach things however you really want, in a lot of ways. Like, you don't have to fight everything you come across. You don't have to solve every puzzle that is put in place, which makes it a lot more enjoyable. But when you get to places like here, I feel like this is, for me, the part of the game that like is the hardest. It's not that it's bad, it's just, for me, it's the hardest part of the game. I do a lot better with being able to go and explore and run around and all of that, and even like the side quests with like the characters and stuff. That's more up my alleyway. The fighting mechanics are good-ish. Like there's some kind of button mashing that I just feel like you get used to, or you come to become accustomed to. And I know like other people would probably tell me that I'm being other people would say, oh well, you're just not
Almost
very
there.
good at the battling, which to that I say, haha, you are correct. But I still really enjoy the battling, even though I'm not good at it. With the building, I enjoy it less than even the battles. And again, a lot of it has to do with me not being good at it. But I also feel like part of it is that it's kind of wonky, and the way it functions, I don't particularly feel is it's just it kind of takes you out of feeling like it's a game, and it starts to feel more laborsome. That's the words I was looking for. Is it has this kind of feeling of being very laborsome, and so it can be a deterrent from playing the game if you're someone like me. I'm curious to know if anyone else has built anything like this in the Waterworks area, or if you guys have come up with other kind of unique strategies in which to try and approach the Waterworks area. If you have played and you did go a different way than breaking the boulders open, how did you guys approach this? Did you build a bridge across? Did you build a tower? A very questionably wobbly tower at that? Did you use rockets to launch yourself up? Let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to find out how you guys approach this this puzzle. Okay, and we're almost there. We're almost to the finish line. I will say, no matter how frustrating it was and how long it took. This is one of those achievements that I feel quite proud of. I made myself a tower taller than the tower itself. All right, let's see if I think this does it. Wow, can you believe that this is the thing that I made? Oh Lord. Okay. 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 Please don't let me get stuck. And I almost had a failed attempt with it. I'm not sure if this was how I was supposed to do this. But I did it that way anyways. Alright, and now I'm questioning everything, as you can see. Going to save.